Okay, just keep it steady speed. All right, so that was 7 minutes, 45 seconds on the dot. We're performing the sea trials in order to assess the comparison between a traditional copper ablative bottom paint and our new duplex fouling release bottom paint. So we'll be able to see whether or not we achieve improvements in fuel consumption, improvements in hull speed, things like that. We need to do a before and after assessment of hull speed dynamics in the water in the presence of the traditional copper anti-foulant coating that was on the boat.
When we had the old bottom paint on this boat, traditional bottom paint, we were getting about 27 knots.
Just give me where you're at.
Fuel burn of 14.87 gallons an hour.
And one of the things that's really an advantage for us on the picnic boat is that it's an incredibly well-instrumented vessel. It has very detailed analysis of fuel spend, very detailed speed meter on it. Also, we can run a course very closely with their GPS instrumentation on board. Ready?
That's a mark there, I think.
Mark. Okay, so we're doing top end speed here.
Okay, it's been pretty constant. RPMs are 3530. That's wide open.
And what's your fuel spend?
21.93.
Top speed?
Top end that we saw was 27.4 knots.
So the vessel has maintained 3530 RPM?
Yes.
And we went up to 27.4.
Correct.
So we'll be looking at comparing that top speed when the new coating goes on.
This morning we're in Easton, Maryland, and I have two Hinckley boats here. One is a 42-foot sailboat. The other one is a power boat. It's 36 foot. And we're going to be putting on a new system that's provided by Fujifilm Hunt Smart Services. It's called Duplex. It is a fouling release system.
It's foulant release in the sense that if you leave your vessel standing still, you actually will get biofouling. As the vessel moves through the water at 8 knots, biofouling will release and the hull will clean itself. The duplex system consists of 4 paint layers. The first is an epoxy coating that gives a good barrier coat, anti-corrosive, as well as a good water control coating. The second coating is also an epoxy that we put on top of that. It has an additive that we put in that tethers the second coat of epoxy to the tie coat. The duplex system is superior to other fouling release systems primarily because of this tie coat technology. The tie coat gives a superior bond and also provides a toughening or a strengthening to the surface silicone. The silicone provides a fouling release property superior to anything else that's ever been tried. So it's very, very tough, tougher than anti-fouling systems. And studies have shown that the durability is anywhere from 20 to 50 times more durable than other fouling release systems that are in the marketplace.
The coating itself is environmentally friendly. It doesn't have the zinc, it doesn't have the copper, it doesn't have the tin in it.
Traditional bottom paints that are used, that use toxins, heavy metals. The duplex fouling release system is actually non-toxic. We're environmentally benign. Our coating can actually go onto any surface that can take an epoxy. Steel, aluminum, fiberglass, wood, concrete. We put it on power plant water intake tunnels. The coating is pretty much universal.
Our product weighs approximately the same weight as water. A 5-gallon can weighs approximately 43 pounds. Compared to typical AFs that have zinc, copper, and tin in them, they usually range around 97 pounds for a 5-gallon can. Ours goes on much thicker than a typical AF system so that we will capture a thicker bottom, however a lighter bottom, which results in faster speeds, less RPMs are required for that speed, so it results in fuel savings and less engine wear. We currently provide a 5-year warranty for the coating, but the reality is in certain low abrasive environments, it may last 10 years, may last 15 years. So it's a tremendous cost saving in dock time alone. I don't have to dock it every 2 to 3 years just to do the bottom. If I bring it in, it's just a quick wash job like washing your car, and it's back in the water. So it has fuel savings, engine wear savings, containment savings, hazardous waste savings. All these add up to the bottom line money and time. As long as that boat is in the dock, it's not making money. And we're talking about $1 million loads here. There's a lot of boats out there. I'd like to paint every one of them.
I would say about 60% of our owners keep their boats on lifts. One nice thing about the duplex is it looks like it's been freshly applied every time you look at it. It's brand new every time you look at it.
Tell me what the current RPM is.
3180.
Okay, and what's your speed?
21.1, 21.2 knots.
At 3180 on the first trial.
What did you have for speed?
18.8.
So we picked up 2.5 knots just by changing the bottom thing.
Right.
It's not easy to achieve 2 to 3 knots increase on a boat that goes 27 knots. That's a huge number in boating. You can't just get that in a small way. You have to spend usually tens of thousands of dollars to achieve that somehow, some way. And this was simply by applying bottom paint.
At 3100 on the way out on the copper bottom, we were at 17.6 knots. So maybe take it down to 3100 and see what we get.
Sure. That's 3110.
Pretty good.
Pretty close. Speed to be holding pretty much at 19.8. This model was originally built with a 350 horsepower engine. That same engine was increased to 420 horsepower, and we had dozens of owners that actually spent about $35,000 out of pocket to pick up 3 knots of speed. And we were able to achieve the same results purely by painting the bottom.
Let's do the top speed run in here.
Okay.
It's a little bit rougher today than it had been on the first trial.
Now we're into the wind. I think we are battling some tide right now.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah. How much of a penalty would you see, do you think?
We might pay a penalty of 5% or 7%. 3550 is our RPM. Fuel rate is 22 gallons per hour. Speed we're seeing high of 29.3.
Okay, very good.
We put the duplex coating on roughly a month or so ago, and we've actually seen about a 10% increase in speed.
What's exciting about that is certainly for the pleasure boat user, they're always looking for more speed. But for the large ocean-going tanker, to save 5, 6, 7, 10% on your annual fuel spend, that's huge.
Basically, you can cruise 10% farther on the same amount of fuel. Chesapeake Bay can be a difficult place for bottom paint. Heavy growth area, barnacles, and slime can be a major factor down here. We had the bottom paint on the boat for about a month, and we hauled it out to see what the results had been so far. We had 0 barnacles on the boat after 1 month. We started out looking for a system to control biofouling in an environmentally friendly way, and we did accomplish that. But on top of that, we've brought a real economic value to the marketplace with this coating.